Willie D live.
What's up, family? We got a white man in Miami who forgot that civil rights legislation was passed to allow black people to eat at the restaurant of their choice. Dude went inside the restaurant in Miami, Osteria Positano. That's the name of the restaurant. Osteria Positano. And he just lost his mind. He's throwing the N-word around. Y'all tired yet? Yeah, check it out.
Did you say nigger? Did you?
Somebody back here. Why don't you get rid of these fucking niggers?
Guys complaining about me too.
It's absolutely incredible how they managed to behave in such an uncivilized manner so consistently while dealing with black women. But when black men are around, you don't see that as much. You might see it, but you don't see it as much. And you definitely never see it from like perhaps, those bout it type black guys, like you never hear this type of stuff happening to, gang members or, guys who be in the gym, street guys, it's always happening to, it's like they pick a certain type of dude, to try. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the disposition or something. I don't know. Maybe they vet them first. Maybe they, they have people reporting on the black guys. That like he's docile. Yeah, he ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't gonna say nothing. He said, "Don't want." Okay, cool. Okay, I'm gonna try him. And they kind of like make it look organic. The type of videos that you see, the type of clips you see. It's hard to try to figure out: is this a skit? Yeah, like is this a skit? No, it's not a skit. It's real life. It is the America that Trump created. Trump did this. Yeah, I blame Trump. But then you know what? To blame Trump would be narrow-minded. It's bigger than Trump. I blame their grandmammas and grandpappys and grandmammas and great-grandmammas and great-grandpappys and all the ones before them. I blame their mammas and their pappies because it starts at home. That's where it starts. That's where it came from. It came from home. I can guarantee you that's where it comes from. It starts at home. These uncivilized mutts have a psychological disorder. So you're targeting somebody who is actually behaving civilized. This person is minding her own business, behaving in a civilized manner in a public establishment. And your uncivilized ass takes exception to her peace and even more her existence. So you just got to say something because it just totally ruins your day that a black person is in close proximity to you inside of a restaurant. That the black person is in the restaurant, period. It's just, you can't take it. You can't take it. But I bet you if a dog was in there, you'd be okay with that. But here's the thing. I would prefer a dog than your uncivilized ass. You see what I'm saying? You're the one who have the problem. It ain't the dog. It ain't the person. It ain't the black people. It's you. It's your uncivilized, and they don't even know how bad they look, fam, because they think they're so self-righteous. They're so entitled. They don't even know how uncivilized they look when they do stuff like that. They don't even know how uncivilized they sound when they behave like that. It is a big, big misconception that people like him are part of polite society. If you look at him, he look like he's well-groomed. He looked like, a regular guy. perhaps a businessman, right? You just look like a normal, regular guy, right? But boy, what's inside that heart? What's inside that heart? That heart is rotten. What he's been taught over the years, he's rotten to the core. His DNA is tainted. Yeah, yeah. But he don't think there's anything wrong with him, and therein lies the problem. Yeah. Trump started this. Trump emboldened him, though. Well, he didn't start it, but he emboldened him. Like he reignited them. How about that? Because he was already like that, right? But he was a little bit, him and the rest of them, they were a lot more subtle. Most of them were subtle with it, right? But when Trump got in, Trump was like, hey, man, you can go off now. You can do whatever you want to do. You can say whatever you want to say. And by the way, we will do our best to protect you. We ain't going to be able to protect you all the time. We won't say that. See, they don't hear that part. That's the silent part. They don't hear that part. He will not be able to protect you all the time. But, there'll be some protections under Trump's law, from time to time. You'll be able to get by with some certain things. But then there are certain times when you're not going to be able to get by because it ain't going to come down to justice. It's going to come down to certain people deciding to take the law into their own hand. And that is something that Trump ain't going to be able to control. And ain't nobody going to be able to save you. Nobody's going to be able to help you. Like, there is a number of incidents out there where it did not work out like the uncivilized mutts thought it would. But they don't see that. They only see the so-called victories. Man, it's 2026. Walking inside of a restaurant and telling a black person they shouldn't be there simply because they're black, that don't work no more. It ain't gonna work. That don't work. So this uncivilized mutt, I don't know who he is, but it'd be good if somebody could expose him, because I'm sure he has somebody out there that he don't want to know that he exhibits that type of behavior. There's somebody out there who is going to distance themselves from him when they see that. There's somebody that is going to see that video and punish him, penalize him, ostracize him. Somebody. He might lose, maybe he has a job. He'll definitely lose his job. But maybe he has his own business. He'll definitely lose some contracts. He'll definitely lose some businesses. Ask Chud the Crud the Builder. Ask him. Yeah. And the trip part about it is, what happens, fam, invariably when they get caught up, when they get exposed, what do? Play the victim and apologize. Oh, they good with apology. See, if they really thought that they were right, they wouldn't apologize. See, I'm not never, ever, ever apologizing if I think I'm right about something. I'm not apologizing for the sake of apologizing or appeasing anybody. If I think I'm right, then you're going to have to convince me that I'm wrong in order for me to apologize if I wrong somebody, right? If I wrong somebody, you're going to have to prove to me. You got to show me evidence. You got to convince me. But just thinking that you can come at me, that you can somehow shame me, embarrass me some type of way, to get me to apologize, you can pressure me some type of way, that ain't gonna happen. That will never, ever, ever happen. But it happens to the uncivilized mutts all the time, and that's how you know they really ain't about that life. Because they pick and choose who they want to try. They pick and choose what black person they want to walk up to and say, I want that N-word out of here or I'm leaving. They pick and choose which black person they want to walk up to and say, hey, do you live here? I don't think you live here. They pick and choose. They ain't really all that. They ain't about that life like that. You look at George Zimmerman's scary ass. He couldn't even beat a 17-year-old kid in a fight. That's why he pulled his weapon. Coward, straight up cowards, cowards who only behave the way that they behave because you have certain people that work within law enforcement and the judicial system who will offer them cover. And that's what they're banking on. And they're also banking on these GoFundMe, Give, Send, Go crowdfunding sources. They're banking on that now. It's like in this country, you're actually rewarded for being an uncivilized mutt. You get rewarded for bad behavior here. And it's not just the racist. It's just the regular old uncivilized, rude mutt, the belligerent mutt, the loud mutt, the disrespectful, uncivilized mutt. All over this country, people are getting rewarded for bad behavior. It's the women that take off their clothes and bust it wide open on the internet or OnlyFans. They're being rewarded for that type of behavior. Whereas the woman that has some respectability about herself, she got to go for what she know, you know? But I want y'all to keep this in mind. If you're playing the long game, just keep on doing what you're doing. Because all of this quick lick stuff, y'all know how it is, fam. Anything that's worth having, you have to work for. Anything that's worth having, you have to work for. It's very seldom that you get something for free or something for nothing, very seldom. And that's what I look at. That's how I look at these people that's picking up this low-hanging fruit. A lot of them are not having to work for what they're getting, the rewards that they're getting. And it's only a matter of time before all of this stuff start backfiring. And I can't wait. Man, I can't wait. Enjoy it right now. All of you uncivilized mutts out there that Donald Trump has emboldened to come out. Also, Donald Trump ain't by himself doing that. JD Vance also. Yeah, you know, what did JD Vance, wasn't that JD Vance or Pete Hicks? I think it was JD Vance who told white people that you don't have to be ashamed for being white anymore. He's dog whistling, telling them, hey, go for it. Go after them. Do what you want to do, you know. Violate people if you want to violate them. Harm people if you want to harm them. We got your back. January 6th, need I say more? No more talk.